Hey y'all, my name is AnxietyRiddenlizzy and welcome back to my channel. And today I wanted to do a little thing called Bare All. So this is a series where I'm literally just in natural hair, no makeup. It would be in glasses, but my glasses are at the doctor's right now getting changed. So it would basically be just me talking about really deep things that I feel need to be talked about. I have my notes for this video in my bullet journal. And today, as the title says, did I get bad again? When I say that, I don't mean it as in a bad person, I mean it as a bad mentally. So this is where I would put the trigger warning. This video will talk about depression and eating disorders. That's my trigger warning, and this is just me bearing all. So what caused me to go bad again was a lot of things at once. When I say getting bad again, it's when your own mind starts going down the dark rabbit hole that people with depression make for themselves. And we just start spiraling down and down and down. And we usually don't notice it until we're pretty bad off. For me, that actually happened in 2018. Back in August, I started to fall down my rabbit hole of depression. There were a few different things that caused it. Mainly, it was major life decisions that I had made and that ended up being the wrong call. I had made a life decision based on a possible life with someone, and that just disappeared. Right after that, I had a car accident, and right after that, I started having health issues. So everything was just piling on top of me to the point where I didn't even notice I was going bad until everything was different around me. Basically, I want to talk about, if you are dealing with depression, what are some things that you can do and what are some things you should look for to realize if you are getting bad again. The small things that I noticed for me were, I stopped cleaning my room. I left it to look like a pigsty. There was trash everywhere. You couldn't even stand. I had my bed and a table and there was nowhere else to fucking sit. Like, my bed was disgusting, my restroom, like everything was just looking horrible. My car looked disgusting. Everything just had trash everywhere. There were blankets. It was just a mess. That was one of the first things I noticed. The second thing was that I was smoking a lot. I was a smoker. I have quit for what is 2018, and I would basically smoke as soon as I would go to work. I would smoke when I would come out of work. Then I would smoke a little bit more here in my apartment. Also, I started going out more, but not in the sense that it's supposed to be. I was going out to drink every chance I would get, to not think, to not feel. And finally, this is where the eating disorder ties in. I stopped eating from early September until late December or early December. I would only eat about a meal a day. So it would be wake up in the morning, probably drink either a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and have a cigarette on the drive to work. And for lunchtime, eat whatever I brought for lunch, drink maybe some water or a soda or some tea again. And keep in mind, what I would take to lunch would not be like a meal, it would be like a tiny thing. After work, drive home, smoke a cigarette, get home, drink 2 cups of soda, and smoke like 3 or 4 more cigarettes. So I was only eating once a day. Everything in my body was just telling me, like, you are going downhill really fast. And I didn't notice this. I was not noticing it. I was just like, oh, it's normal. It's normal. This is the new me after a relationship. And then comes Thanksgiving break, when I go home and my dad made a comment that I never thought I would hear from my dad, saying, "Te miras muy flaca. You look too skinny." Now that to me was like a wake-up call. Before that, I had gone to the doctor because I went to work and I felt so bad. I was having fainting spells. I couldn't breathe. They had to check my weight and I was like, oh, well, I'm usually like around 160, maybe a little over 160. And I was at around 155, 153. What happened? And they also told me my immune system was drastically low, basically destroying my own body. I had to kind of backtrack and see, like, what was I doing with my life? I had to rediscover the things I loved for myself. Like, what do I love to do on the side? What do I love to do other than work, other than distract myself? I had focused my life so much on one set plan that when it didn't work out, I didn't know what I was doing. This is the main point. If you are falling down the rabbit hole, but you're not even realizing that you are, look for the small things that you used to love doing that you no longer do. I used to love reading, but I hadn't touched a book in about a year. You have to check yourself. You have to check what are the things that you used to do and you used to love doing. and you're not doing anymore. Find what you love. Find, whether it's still the things that you used to love doing or it's something new, find what it is that you love to do before you forget who you are. You kind of forget who you are other than a depressed human being. At some point, we need to stop letting it identify us. If you have any other advice on how to help people not find themselves in that situation, in that hole again, please leave them down in the comments below, or even like spread it anywhere on social media. If you need help, if you're really feeling bad, please find help anywhere you can. Find someone you can talk to. That's all I have for this insertion of Bear All. If you like these types of videos, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below about whether this resonated with you, or if you have any advice for people that are going through the same thing, or some things that you may have caught. Follow me on social media if you want to keep this conversation going. They're all down in the description. And subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Bye, guys.